Yeah, my name is Eric Casada, and most people call me Q. I've been going by that, I guess, most of my life. It was hard to pronounce my last name, so anyway, they just call me Q. Anyway, I live in Anaheim, California. I was born in Ventura, California, and raised up near San Luis Obispo, called Atascadero, small little town. Everybody kind of just either drives by it or away from it. I chose to drive away from it when I turned 18. So anyway, now I'm in Anaheim. For a while there, I also lived out in Scottsdale, Arizona. I was there for about 17 years doing a lot of artwork. Most of my artwork that I was doing happened to be murals. So, I was airbrushing. So I airbrushed a lot of ceiling paintings. And during out in Arizona, they were doing a lot of the Italian traditional kind of Renaissance type artwork out here, also in the homes. So I fell in real quick into that because I also had a background in carving marble out in Italy. I went out there for some time to do that. So when I came back to Scottsdale, it was really easy for me to get into that transition and just capitalize on what was being built out here. So I was able to do very well. However, when the crash hit, everybody that had, it was a lot of new money out here, so a lot of people that had money, left or invested in something else, or they just weren't investing in art itself. So it's kind of tough place to be. I have picked up a hot rod. I've always been fabricating and welding a little bit at the time. So I started welding more because I had more free time at the time. So anyway, I started welding a little bit more, and I was able to get into the restaurant niche by kind of like giving them what they needed, which was like, let's say, railing or anything for for their bar backs or whatever. And I was able to do an artistic flair to it. So that kept me above, everybody else, because I was able to do kind of like metal, sculpting in a sense, where it was still functionable for them, and they still needed it. So I was able to get into that niche really easy and really good. So I did that, and I started probably in 2008 welding, and now it's that's what I'm known for. I'm known for metal sculpting. I do a lot of like figures and skeletons and stuff like that for, like, let's say, a little bit more edgy for, like, let's say, tattoo shows or tattoo studios and in that kind of like area, or like, let's say, second floor at Huntington. So, something that has a little bit more edge to it. I also, do a lot of carving and marble, painting, oil painting. This is one that I just finished last night, actually, for another show that's coming up, towards the end of the month. So I still do a lot of, art galleries and what have you. So for me, it's just always about keeping busy. I think for this competition, it works out good because I'm really versatile, and I really have a lot of mediums that I work with. When I was in the restaurant business, and I still do them, sometimes here and there, they ask for so many different things that it's never like one medium. It's never just, marble, or it's never just steel, or it's never just painting. It's a wide range of what they want. So I have to, provide that. And so I've always, just researched each one and practice it, and give them, what they want, whether it's the painting, the airbrushing, or the steelwork. So I think in this competition, it'll help me out a lot because, I think I'm more versatile than the average artist out there. As far as like magazines and awards, I've been in quite a few magazines, tattoo magazines for the sculptures. I had a couple art features for my art and like lowrider art, and also just this month in Old School Rods, they just did a feature on my car. Last year they did a feature on my art. This year they did one on my car. I have a 49 Ford chop top, and I did all the work on that. Flat black, satin black murals, and I won a few awards for the murals on that as well in a lowrider show. So for me, it's, I think it would help out quite a bit, just because, I mean, I've been airbrushing so long. I know a lot of the stuff that goes on the show. There is a lot of hand painting, and I've seen a lot of airbrushing, and every time the airbrushing comes on, it's like, oh man, I know I can do that. I can do that. And so it's like, now that I have this opportunity, I really want to just try and kill it, and just try and get out there and do it. As far as a motivation, right now I'm getting married next, in about 6 months. So it's important for me to, just try and do the best I can in everything that I do. She motivates me a lot. She's an artist, and it's just great. We have a 5-year-old who's into makeup effects, and she does her own little prosthetics, and it's crazy. And we just try and steer her into that, because we didn't have that growing up. I did have the support from my family, but for me, it was still one of those things that it's just kind of like a hobby, not a career, and I look at it now, it is a career, and so that's the way I'm trying to teach her. And thank you for your time.